So-called adult pretenders are going on a real strike.
The Latino Slant presents Slant News Flash. Entertainment stories from around the world. Give us 5 minutos. We'll give you El Mundo.
Paulie here in the Latino Slant, your leading source for Latino entertainment, music, movie, pop culture, and more. It has been decided. Screen Actors Guild, the members of, have gone on strike. They start the picket line this Friday, the 14th of July. For the first time in more than 60 years, they're going to be on strike at the same time as the Writers Guild. Now, in this video, I want to point out two items and give a little personal insight as to what the slant thinks. And then, I'd love to hear back from you. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you do. Okay, let's get right to it. Oof, man, this is going to have some huge, huge effects here for the industry, for the economy in California and abroad. And there's a headline. SAG after contract talks fail to reach deal. National board meeting Thursday morning to launch strike. Sides issue statements. Now, however you feel about this issue, I want to bring out 2 points. And this is a statement from SAG in regards to some of their key points that they're looking to change, that they're looking to get some justice on, a deal on. Okay, let's read. With respect to economic fairness, the Guild has said that outdated contract terms, coupled with the evolution of the media business, including shorter seasons, orders, and longer hiatuses between seasons, make it increasingly difficult for our members to achieve and maintain a middle class lifestyle working as a performer. In sharp contrast to the diminishing compensation paid to our members, the studios are posting immense profits with a bullish outlook, as demonstrated by lavish corporate executive compensation. And yes, I do agree. So here's my personal insight. I get to watch the day in, day outs of an actor trying to work and succeed in the business with Romy Diaz. So, what I can tell you is from the last 10 years, 10, 15 years, is that the industry has changed. We all know that with streaming, shorter seasons, there's going to be plenty of new shows. They're also, too, they have a shorter lifespan. So instead of a show going 5 to 6 seasons for, 20 to 22 episodes a season, it's now 2 seasons, 3 seasons at the most, you're seeing sometimes, and it's 8 to 10 episodes. So you have this and it goes to that. Now, as far as opportunities, that's just obviously more competition for those coveted roles, which Romy has been successful on some parts. And here's the thing: when that success is reached, the compensation has gotten worse. That's right. More and more has been taken out of that earned money by the time that check gets to Romy. Then the what was the number what was the number in the deal went down to here just because of everything that's been taken out. So I can tell you that the wages have gone way down just to begin with, and then by the time you get your earned money, you're not looking a lot of money. So that has gotten worse. That needs to be rectified. Also, too, the as you know, residuals need to be updated. You think of the of a of of a beta machine in now a digital world. So we're still back to beta. We got to get up to the digital world. I want to that's one thing, and then I also want to say in regards to guest starring roles. Another thing that has happened and no one is talking about is as soon as movie stars started coming on TV shows, the guest star, co-star, the big cameo where you see a character for 2 or 3 episodes, those used to go to actors like Romy, right? Veteran character actors. They're now going to movie stars. They have been going to movie stars. So you get the bump down, and then what has happened? Whenever we get close on a big role, we find out it went to a named actor, and you're like, well, of course they're going to give it to that person. It's a movie star. That is the norm now. That is the norm, and that's really not it's a byproduct of what has been happening. So just a little insight, because it's so hard to get a role anyways, no matter how talented, no matter how trained you are, that this is another one of many challenges that actors have to deal with. This is even before guarantee getting a role. So I see that day in, day out, you know, struggle. And yes, the struggle is real. Okay, I want to go one more and then we'll wrap it up, and I want to hear your thoughts. This is really important here. Self tape auditions, meanwhile, are unregulated and out of control, the Guild said. Too many pages, too little time, and unreasonable requirements have made self taping auditions a massive daily, uncompensated burden on the lives of performers. Reasonable rules and limitations and access to other casting formats are sorely needed to ensure fairness to work opportunities and protect performers against exploitation. The Guild has also said that many other important issues, including those specific to particular careers and categories, will be on the table as well. Here's the key word with self tape auditions: exploitation. 100%. Again, what has happened in the last couple of years because of the lockdowns? Actors have been forced to create their own casting um, room, their own studio. So there's no compensation. You're talking lights, equipment, cameras, quality, then makeup, all that stuff that's usually you go to a casting studio. That's been the norm for decades. Now that's not the case. You have to create that yourself. So that's money. If one item goes faulty, you got to get it replaced. A wire, a mic, I don't know what. And the standards are very high now because a lot of productions are basing a casting choice off of that look. And it's very rare now that an actor goes into a room and has a final audition with the director, person to person. It's crazy. It's crazy. And absolutely, actors need to be compensated for that. It's a lot of time and energy put into just that setup. Now, here's another thing, talking about unreasonable expectations, which is exploitation, is in regards to bilingual actors, they're asked to translate lines that are written in English into Spanish for their audition. Well, that's your job. Why am I doing your job? Pay me to do that, and then I will translate, and then I can perform this audition for you. We're just talking about an audition, guys. So you're talking hours and hours of prep work, memorizing lines, emotional connection to the character, getting it down, getting ready, and you got to do that sometimes in another language because they asked you to, and you don't want to cause trouble. You never want to cause trouble, so you do it. So 100%, I'm on board with this change. You got to understand, there's those big YouTubers who haven't ventured on this side of the business, who call these people adult pretenders. There is nothing pretending about earning money, making a living, and paying your bills, and that's what we got to do day in, day out. So my hats off to actors, working actors, hardworking actors like Romy Diaz and our friends. So I have to tell you, the Latino slant is behind this strike. However, however, SAG leadership, get your shit together. All right. Don't take any trips. Don't be, throwing your lifestyle around, because 90% of the actors don't have that lifestyle that you do. Leaders, get it together and get this deal done, and let's make it fair. Okay, what do you guys think? Let me know. I want to know. That has been your Slant News Flash. We'll be back with another one soon. Wherever you're at, keep your slant fuerte.
Slant Newsflash was recorded at the Slant Studios. All information has been pre-approved by our Slantino staff of Chicanos, Cholos, homeboys, and homegirls. Keep your slant fuerte.